Okay, so what I've been up to, I guess we started these videos in September with archery. So that big deer that we were chasing, Jake Hypers ended up getting that big 4x4. Absolutely gorgeous deer. Got him after bird season. I'd been archery hunting obviously throughout bird season, and then as soon as I came home, went into the stand. Jay was over in a blind, and that deer, for whatever reason, he came right to me. I was full draw, 8 yards, and I gave him a bleat call, and he came unglued. And which, I don't know, I got a rule never to shoot, moving deer with archery. I could have at that range. It was no problem. He's a perfect broadside, massive animal. Anyways, I just did the me, and he jumped, and he ended up cutting on an angle to where I thought, he might go by Jay. So I got to my phone. I'm like, hey, get ready. 30 seconds later, Jay had him on the ground, wicked 30-yard shot. But anyway, so I stopped archery hunting after that because the big deer is gone. And so then I ended up switching to muzzleloader over at the lodge, passed up some really nice deer. Nothing big enough. There's a nice one on camera. He's probably like a 140, 145. So I was kind of trying for him. But so where I am right now, I'm like way north of Winnipeg. I'm at an area that I used to guide whitetail. So I guided whitetail for about 10 years. Just a ton of fun. It was like guiding whitetails, like it's pretty much, it's full dream. Just because you eat, breathe, and sleep it kind of thing. But I guided for a guy that's no longer outfitting, but he still has a quarter section in this huge block of bush that has some of the old camp, added. So he had 2 camps, and he moved everything up to this, we call it North Camp. Anyways, it's wall tents, kind of permanent wall tent kind of style. So you got your wood heat, you got your, propane kind of oven stove kind of thing. And then if you want lights, you just bring up a generator kind of thing, and that's your lights, and then that's it. So it's a wicked place to hunt. You just got wind in the pines, just absolutely gorgeous spot. But it's quad in only. You're about 10 miles on quad to get to his place, and then you can. I quad in. I go about I guess 8 miles northeast of there, and then hunt this kind of terrain. So basically, what it is as the glaciers kind of came through this area a million years ago, they basically scraped and made these lowland areas, these meadows, and then all these spruce and pine ridges is kind of like they all run on an angle, and the deer running up and down the ridges, they cross these meadows, feeding in them on this buckbrush, the kind of gray brown stuff here. But it's super fun to hunt. They don't know humans. Like I just called in one buck and called him into like 20 yards, like right here, and then I called again. Ended up pulling a small little guy, maybe 1.5 years old, and then 2 does, like just out of this one spot. And that's kind of the way I like to hunt, is just hunt this spot. Is I just walk and rattle, and there's nobody for miles, like probably 25 miles. Like nobody hunts this area. It's kind of like one of those, it's a gap basically. But this is solid bush all the way to the Arctic Ocean. It's just such a cool area to hunt. There's no farmland, anything like that. But anyways, this is where I used to guide whitetail. It's just absolutely freaking phenomenal place to hunt. And no one's here anymore. Like, I can't believe it. I haven't hunted this spot for probably 10, 15 years. Ever since Birdtail kind of started growing. And, when we bought the property we're at now and started developing, that just basically took me out. And anyways, Birdtail's kind of where I wanted it to be. So now it's kind of, I'm going to start hunting a little bit more in hunting areas like this again. So anyways, really cool spot to hunt. But it's one of those places where you got to go after them, but they don't know humans. So you don't really have to play the wind as much, which is so hard to change that kind of the mindset kind of thing from hunting like ag land or farm deer kind of thing. But yeah, so I guided here for 10 years, and I guided waterfowl, black bear, muskox, caribou, and then all, fishing for char and lake trout and whatnot. So I kind of I was hunting here when I was like full-time guide, and that's how I kind of got into the outfitting industry. Was I guided probably 7 or 8 months a year, and then I did construction in the winter, or I did travel, you know, trade shows kind of thing in the winter for different operators. But then as Birdtail grew, it kind of took me out of everything, and then pretty much all I do now is just waterfowl and Birdtail. But anyways, so I got I got 2 more days. I got to go home today, and I got 2 more days of the season, so I'm gonna go bring the flintlock out, go back to the lodge and see if I can get one with that gun. Never shot one with a flintlock. Shot lots of deer with muzzleloader, like patch round ball percussion. That's how I started whitetail hunting, but never with a flintlock. So I'm pretty excited. So today I'm definitely gonna hunt hard, but it's got to be big, because I really do want to get one with my muzzleloader with a flintlock. But my kids, been hunting with them pretty hard. My son actually got his first deer this year, a nice 3x3 1.5-year-old deer, shot at 60 yards out of this shack that we built. Kind of, it was a nice fishing shack. We did some modifications to. And then my daughter got her first deer the next week, and she shot a nice little 5x5. That was a crazy hunt. She made an okay shot on it, took a little bit of recovery, but we ended up getting it. But we ended up getting back to the lodge about 1 a.m. So I think she shot it at 4 o'clock, and we got back at 1. It went down this giant valley that's right steep, and we couldn't get back up the valley even with a quad. Ended up taking the air out of the tires of the quad, which ended up being a little bit better when we were winching all the way up. But yeah, killed the battery in the quad. It was just one of those events, but we were like, I don't know, whatever, just having fun kind of thing. But I got like maybe 6 hours worth of hunting here of daylight, so I'm gonna go walk all this area here, and it should take me about an hour and a half, and then I'll come back, get on the quad, move to another ridge line, and do the same thing. So hopefully I bring something nice out. But if not, it's down to the flintlock. So anyways, that's kind of an update with me. I don't know what to call these videos. Maybe like get to know Paul or whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of fun to document your hunts and kind of share them, you know, with you guys. And so when you come hunt in the fall, you kind of get, you know, me a little bit better and know what I do and what I like to do. Because it's hard, like when we're in the fall, I'm just so flipping busy. It's just like, you know, from doing the airport kind of logistics to booking to, you know, it's just making sure we're on birds and landowners and whatnot, ordering the fuel, food kind of thing. So it's tough. It's tough to get that time to you know, socialize, because it's super busy. We're hunting hard, which is you know, what I always wanted, was just a absolute, you know, hardcore kind of waterfowl hunt scenario. But it takes 20 hours of your day, and you're flying. So maybe that's what this is. Kind of get to know me, and then when we're at the lodge, you know, kind of, I don't know, get to know me a little bit better, or know me a bit better, I guess. Anyways, so I'm gonna go hunt. I'm gonna go call. But I'm just smashing the tips off my horns. But whatever, it's working. Freaking fun game. It's just big bush whitetail. Oh, can't beat it. You really can't beat it. Anyways, I'm gone.